విమెన్స్ డే సందర్భంగా ఈరోజు హైదరాబాద్లో విమెన్స్ డే సెలబ్రేట్ చేస్తున్నారు. సో ఈరోజు మనతో ఉన్నారు Aditi, Arya, Kotak. So hi Aditi, how is it coming to Hyderabad?
Amazing. This is my second trip within the same week. So the first week of March, I've been here twice already. Namaskaram, Hyderabad. It is always so good to be here.
Okay, so Aditi, tell me, what is that special thing you like about the city?
I think for me personally, the city has been the city of many first times. My first MBA offer came from ISB, which is based in Hyderabad. My first movie ever on a big screen was a Telugu movie. I shot for it in Hyderabad. My first kabaddi match that our team won was in Hyderabad. So, in fact, my first event as a co-founder, which is a public event, is also in Hyderabad. So I just have some my destiny is connected to this city as a first time.
Okay, so first time you enjoyed, and tell me, how do you take care of your work life as well as your personal life? Being in an influential family, you definitely have a lot of pressures.
Touch wood, I think my family has been a big support. My father-in-law treats me like his own daughter. My mother-in-law, she doesn't, I've never had to worry about what's happening in the kitchen front. If I'm sick, she will come and take care of me and, put the cold packs on my forehead and everything. So God bless, I'm very lucky, touch wood, I'm very lucky on that front. But when it comes to, I think even then there are tiny little work pressures. But I think I'm not in a place to complain about them as much because I have a bigger support system. There is help at home, which not every woman has. In fact, growing up, our own mothers, both Jay's mother and my mother, did almost everything by themselves. And even today, there are women who don't come from as supportive families as we do. So I feel very guilty when I talk about work-life balance because not everybody has that. But beyond that, I think what I do is I try not taking this balance that I've had for granted. So beyond the rest and whatever comforts I've had, the free time that I have, I try my best to work as much as I can and not just sit and waste away the opportunities, but to work hard every day.
So we have seen a lot of comfortable life you had and also like the glamorous world you have seen. So do you also cook for Jay and
Yes, in fact, there are certain things that Jay really likes the way I make. He loves the way I make poached eggs. There are, even with chai, there are so many different, each member of the family would like a different kind of a chai. So sometimes I'll be like, no, I'll make it this way. But when it comes to complicated cooking, I'm not very good. But I have some different Haryanvi, Punjabi meals which I make for my Gujarati family. So aloo ka paratha, rajma chawal, and very basic but tasty North Indian food is something that I experiment with.
So what are the similar habits that Uday Kotak ji and Jay Kotak has?
I think their food choices are very similar. They both love chocolates. We have to sometimes hide chocolates from them. And both are very kind-hearted. They have a heart that is, that acknowledges everybody. They're very humble. They're very grounded. So, they're simple like that. They're very simple people at heart.
You're also very simple?
I think so. I think outward glamour is something that I got exposed to at a very young age. I won Miss India at 21. But there's so much outwardly that changes. But internally, I still am that same human being, which is why it has been so easy for me to bounce back to the corporate sector or do this and do that and then go home, be with my family. There are so many different versions of me. But deep inside, I think it's a very homely, simple version.
Yeah. Who better person than a Miss India telling us what to eat, what not to eat, what is your daily routine like, and tips for all the NTV viewers?
So my daily routine starts with, I know people drink a lot of warm water and lemon. I take a protein shake for breakfast because I'm vegetarian now, and I start my day with a protein shake and a lot of fruits. So that's my breakfast. It's a very light breakfast. But then my lunch would be a classic Gujarati meal because that's what my family eats now. So ever since I got married, very normal Guju food. So dal, bhat, roti, shak. And dinner is usually something fun. It's always a salad followed by sometimes a cheese toast or sometimes khichdi, sometimes dosa. So dinner is always something different. But that's what my
So
daily.
how is your relationship with the mother-in-law? Because सास बहू का हमेशा बताते रहते हैं serials में, तो आपका कैसे है?
Touch wood, my relation, and I feel scared talking about it because I feel like, I'm like, God bless, touch wood. I feel like I got very lucky when it came to having a mother-in-law like her. Sometimes when I go out in the world, there's so much that changes after the marriage, so many new people that you meet, so many relatives, extended family that you meet. But I would just find her at an event and I would just feel calm and secure. And she would be like, don't worry, just be yourself. And she's my grounding force. When I'm unwell, when I'm tired, when I'm anxious, when I'm missing my own mother, I go to her, I just hold her for a bit. We live in the same house. So that's another privilege that I have because I don't miss my mom because, nobody can replace my mom, but she's the closest anyone could get to
What
being
were
her.
the suggestions you got from your mother-in-law once you stepped into the house after marriage?
I think one suggestion was that don't lose your core self after marriage. And, there's so much, even in terms of just the size and scale of opportunities that can come my way. She said, we like you the way you are. Don't change anything because the moment you start getting carried away with the worldliness of the world, you stop being that transparent, good human being that you're meant to be. And I think most of the time she's always said that you think for yourself. Don't worry about what even your parents-in-law try to, they're like, you also use your brain because each generation has its own way of doing things. So that way she gives me a lot of freedom and flexibility to be my own person while also giving me the guidance every now and then where I'm like, should I wear this dress to this event? Is this dress too short? And she's like, no, this is fine. No, yeah, this time you can change. And, there's some good, healthy guidance that I get, which I think is the same as what my own mama used to give me.
How was your love story with Jay? We want to know the secret.
Ooh, this is going to be the first time I talk about it. He has told people a little bit about it already, but I met Jay after I got my admission in Yale for my MBA. So I knew I was leaving the country to finish my education for 2 years. So, in that phase of life, you don't really think that you will fall in love because you're literally leaving in a few months. And I met him just in one of those last few months when I had just decided I'm done, I'm leaving. And Jay was there. We actually started talking about our MBAs because he had also done his MBA long back and I was just about to start. So he was sharing his stories. I kind of told him, no, it'll be different for me because I'm going to a different place. And
Was it a filmy story?
not at all. I think because I told you, Jay is a very simple person at heart, so am I. We don't like drama and games. So we wanted a simple story, and that's how it was. It was very simple. Within the first, I think, 2-3 months, he introduced me to his parents, and I finished my MBA, and we decided to just make it work long distance. And then I came back and I got married.
Great, very lovely story. And who are the women in your life who have created impact?
Growing up, obviously, my mother, undeniable. I realize, and I get so teary-eyed when I talk about it, but the amount of energy that my mother had. First, I'm very grateful because now I'm married, so I realize that there are different families which treat their daughters differently. And my parents, they had 2 daughters, and my mother never even never considered that my daughter cannot achieve what a son cannot. So mama used to drive me to tuitions. She used to sometimes, fight for opportunities for me. But she never let me feel like I should have less ambitions just because I'm a girl. She made sure I get the best schooling. If I'm not getting good grades, I used to get scolded so much. Every child goes through that stage where they don't want to study. Mom never left me an option. I was scolded till she would be after my life. And I'm so grateful for all those scoldings, because if she had, if she had worked in the corporate sector and put in the same amount of effort, she would have been some, I don't know, CEO of a worldwide company. But she decided to be the CEO of my life, and she's the reason why I was able to work so hard and have the right value system. And then my sister, who's 10 years younger to me, but she inspires me so much, because I did not even know what true friendship was until I was um, once 13-year-old crying in my bedroom. My sister couldn't talk, and she came to me and she was like, "But I am your best friend." And the way she said it, I mean, there's a backstory to it. It's too much to cover in this short video. But she was my first friend and my first source of motivation. It's because of her that I decided I want to study hard and do well in my career. So my sister, my mom, and now my mother-in-law, who keeps me grounded. She's a very stable, very rock solid, very strong value system person. And I think she's the foundation on which her family has been built. And now I'm joining her, and I couldn't have asked for a better person around me.
Wow, thank you so much. Wonderful talking to you. Can you wish all of them Happy Women's Day?
Wishing all the women who are watching this a very happy Women's Day. Uh, I just want to remind you to never doubt yourself, and to remember to, while you're taking care of everybody around you, while that is your strength, but to also look after yourself and after your emotional needs. You are solid, and you're the reason why your kids are going to be where you are. Or if you choose not to have kids, then even so, your choices, but whatever you do, you can do it. And I just want to wish you a very, very happy Women's Day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. సో దట్ వాస్ అదితి ఆర్య కోటక్. చూశారు కదా, ఎంత పెద్ద ఫ్యామిలీలో పెళ్ళి అయిన తర్వాత కూడా తను చాలా సింపుల్ అండ్ బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ లైఫ్ లీడ్ చేస్తుంది. తను ఏమంటుందంటే, ప్రతి అమ్మాయి స్ట్రాంగ్గా ఉండాలి, ఇమోషన్గా ఉన్నా సరే గట్టిగా ఉండాలి. కెమెరా పర్సన్ అలీతో తరుణ, NTV హైదరాబాద్.